All right, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Swap this out. There we go. All right, so I haven't started the event yet, just in case somebody else wanted to jump in and get a reading. You can. There's 20 spots, so there's 19 spots left. So if you want to jump in and get on the roster for the messages, you have until 12:15. I'll give 15 more minutes or less to make that happen. Welcome in. Thank you. See, the thing is I got a whole bunch of, I had my stuff in storage, right? So since I've moved to my new location, I was able to go to storage, grab all my things, and take that with me too. So now that I'm at my new address, I have all my things in proximity that I can utilize and make happen. And it makes for a better background than just a bare wall, right? Good deal with the 15% off too. Yes, very much so. So you had no problem taking advantage of that, Sarah? And you didn't have any issues signing up? Welcome in, Maureen. Awesome. We are in alignment. Now, sometimes we're not necessarily in the bestest of places. However, we can make it what we can, right? We can make it something beautiful anyway. We don't have to live to the expectation of the environment. We can change the environment to more emulate the higher frequency that you're sitting at. Well, yes, keep going every day, keep doing what you need to do, but learn to pace yourself. Pull yourself back just a little bit. You shouldn't have to push yourself. Sweet. I'm glad it was easy for you to hook up. All right. So we're moving in on a little less than 10 minutes. Welcome in, everybody. It's a hypesee event. So I'm giving you guys a chance to get the 15% discount. So run in now and get the 15% discount. I do believe I have 5 different offers up on the table. Go over to the hypesee link, check it out, sign up, get in there and select me and select the offers that are available. There's a hypesee tip option there too as well. So if you don't want to get necessarily a reading, but you just want to throw me a tip for being so awesome, you can do that too. You can do that through YouTube as well tonight. Anybody that was in the last live that is waiting to jump in this live just to hang out, if you did do any type of donation or any type of super chats or super thanks or whatever that of that accord in that other reading, as well as becoming a member either on chat side or any other level that might have been there that I might not have seen, come on forward, okay? Because you can get a message tonight too. I will put you in on the list, but the first priority right now would be the list here at hypesee. So we've got Sarah coming in at number 1, so she'll be the first to get her message, and then we're going to work down the list. So if you want to be put on that list, get on over to hypesee, sign up, get in on the 15% discount, and get yourself a reading. You have 7 minutes left. Oh. Erg. Your phone crashes. Yeah, no kidding, eh? Eh, Sarah? To a Cancer, home is everything. Yes. Very much so. Chances are you might have too many processes open. I tend to have too many windows open, but I have to close some down in order for it to work well. Might be something to think about. There's a hypesee app, and then there's a hypesee link. I think the hypesee app is for strictly for streamers, for creators, as far as I know. It very well could be for the one-on-ones that you both need to have the app. I don't know. Yeah. Refreshing does help. It's all tied back right now. Keeping it cool. So we got 4 minutes left, and then I'm going to start this event. So get on in there and get that 15% discount while you still can. Ay, ay, ay. So we got the next installment to the manifestations workshop coming up this Wednesday. That's going to be, it's every second Wednesday for the workshops, I think. So that way I can space them out. And that way things will work out, I think, a lot better that way. So we got another workshop Wednesday on manifestations. Thank you so much. My amazing roommate made me a coffee. which is so awesome. Ooh, I'm getting a face in the coffee. The wise old grandmother Willow was just showing up in my coffee. Interesting. All right, 13 minutes, 13, 14, 15, so 2 minutes. 2 minutes left to sign on up to get the 15% discount. 2 minutes to sign up for the 15% discount on any of the readings. I think the best value, I think it would be the full reading that the discount's gonna really help you out with. It's I think it's like $60, but you're getting a full in-depth reading on a lot of different aspects. That's like a full pyramid. I go through almost a whole deck of cards for that one. And that's like an 8-stack pyramid. So, with clarifiers. So it's almost like a story time. It's a good freaking... It's a good aspect of a reading. It gives a lot of information. Almost sometimes too much information. All right. I'm going to start the event. Great Spirit, guides, guards, protectors, angels, ancestors, divine light, I thank you so much for being here tonight to help me channel these messages earlier on in the previous live as well as now. Please bring about some major messages for my collective as well as the ones that have come forward to bring about some prosperity for a message. Spirit, we have Sarah here wanting a message about what she needs to know right now. Just to let you know that you guys can go ahead and get in on this. It's just the 15% discount, I do believe. I'm not sure if it's still going or not, but the event has now started. So you still can get in on a reading just without the 15%, and it's at full price. So, Spirit, provide a message, please, of what Sarah needs to know right now. $5 hala, which is a 3-stack. Things are like falling into place, but there's little hiccups along the way that you're really kind of smacking yourself for missing out on, Sarah. That's the first thing I'm getting energetically, just by shuffling the cards for your reading. It's really about methodical aspects of intention. There's a method to your madness, is a good way of putting it. There seems to be a bit of distraction. I'm not too sure as to where or how that plays in. It could be something to do with self-worth, because we got the 9 of acorns in reverse and we have the Empress. So you're stepping into this very abundant energy. You're at the doorway, I do believe. And you're not really feeling worthy of that doorway. But it's being shown to you. You are a warrior and you're having to walk away from that what no longer serves you. But in the process of that, you are learning something. This is actually happening for you, not to you. This is giving you the realization and the ability to see the power that you have within you and how well you can persevere through challenges. So stand true. Stand true, Sarah. Because you have a good thing about you that is beautiful. We've got the 10 of shells, the 2 of crystals in the reverse. So things could very well be unbalanced right now. You're having a hard time juggling things. However, you are moving towards utopia. You are moving towards joy and wish fulfillment, attainment. Okay? I see that. I see that. It's in the cards. Okay, 10 of shells and the 7 of feathers. You're going back to get what was lost. Right? Now, this doesn't mean you're taking back an old person or anything. What it does mean is that you're going back to everything they said you couldn't have. Okay? And I'm so proud of you. You are going to get so unbelievably blessed with this journey. You just need to step into it and trust. Yep, 3 of acorns. Be very patient. You are on the right track. You are moving in the right direction. Okay? Very much so. Yes, use your intuition. Call back your power. Invoke your power from within and step into it because it's a beautiful energy. Okay, you have the High Priestess out here as well. So this is definitely you stepping into your power. This is definitely stepping into what you need to be doing. And what you need to be, overall. Okay? So, what's the foundation to her reading? We've got the 5 of acorns. Okay? Next one in. I want 3 for the base layer, please. The Page of Acorns. Okay. And what's the next card for the base layer? Okay, so we got the 6 of Acorns in reverse. So, all right. So what this is somebody's trying to create conflict and they're coming forward. They're discovering your enthusiasm. You're moving forward by intuition, by what the divine is calling you to do. The Page of Acorns, this is being inspired by your intuition, finding discovery. This is definitely something to do with the challenge that you're stepping into your power. At the same time you're feeling defeated, right? Somebody's trying to defeat you, or maybe you're exposing something about a particular person. And maybe, maybe you got your warrior boots on and maybe you're stepping forward, discovering some sort of conflict and disempowerment or sabotage, maybe. I don't know. Ill intentions. What's the second row? But you're stepping into your element. They're trying to distract you, Sarah. Okay? Don't allow them to distract you. 7 of shells. Yes, they're throwing illusions at you. Okay? They're throwing illusions at you. They're trying to distract you. They're trying to bring you to a place of, I think, overthinking. I'm kind of picturing the Fool reversed. We've got the Love. This is somebody you could be in some sort of an alliance with or some sort of a relationship with. Okay? And I'll tell you right now, probably not the best relationship, I tell you. Because this is what's bringing conflict. And maybe you're discovering something better. A world that is better for you. Maybe you're loving yourself instead. You're cutting out this energy. 10 of feathers, 10 of swords. What the hell? King of Acorns and the Two of Acorns. So, by the looks of this, I'm going to put these back in, but the looks of this King of Acorns, it's almost as if you're blocking them out. It's like, it's not the direction that you're going in. Or it's the fact that you're standing on business, you know what direction not to go in. It's like the horse is moving in this direction, not this one. And it's I think you're having a hard time choosing this direction, so you're choosing yourself. Okay, this is the kind of feeling I'm getting. Because something seems to be being exposed about, I don't know. Somebody doesn't want you having success. Weird. But you're standing on business. What's the Cap card? What's the Cap card to Sarah's reading? Cap card to Sarah's reading. Okay, there's 3. Alright, so what do we got? We got the 3 of Acorns in reverse, and then 7 of Feathers and Shaman. Okay, in reverse. They're trying to be strategic on how to demote you. And they're trying to get you to miss out. They want you demoted. Maybe shadow banned. They want you in a position of where you're having to be strategic. But they don't see your divine wisdom. 10 of Feathers in reverse. They want to open up old wounds. The High Priestess. Apparently you don't see this coming, or they don't see the dystopia that's coming. The Knight of Shells. Somebody's coming in very manipulative, emotionally manipulative, thinking that they're going to get somewhere and they're not. 10 of Shells in reverse and High Priestess. They don't got it going on. They're not tapped in. They're bitter as hell. And they're coming in to manipulate emotionally. The Chariot. Could be a Cancer. 8 of Crystals. Apparently they're good at what they do. 4 of Crystals, but they want you to give to them. Queen of Acorns in reverse. So they're going to be forceful about it. The 6 of Shells. This is somebody from the past. 4 of Acorns in reverse. Their whole foundation is falling apart. Knight of Acorns. They don't have any action or drive to start over. Anything new. So you're probably not in this energy. You're probably wanting to cut it out, and they're wanting to open up old wounds. But you need to stand in your power, and you need to move forward anyway. Because despite the fact that you might be exposing this bullshit, Sarah. And they don't like it. They don't like the fact that you're exposing how they are. They're discovering all of this. And they don't like what they see because you're exposing their bullshit. Well, maybe they should have treated you better, Sarah. That's what I gotta say. I'll get you a little vibe check. A 5-card vibe check. Masculine energy in reverse. So somebody's very disoriented with their authority and their discipline. They're very much out of control. What's the scoop? Yeah, they're not intimate. They don't have any mutual respect. There's no unity. There's no closeness here. What's the next card for Sarah? Okay, so they don't want to get divorced. They don't want to be ghosted. They don't want the separation anymore. They don't want the distance. We got the glow up on the bottom of the deck, so this is something that they don't see coming. You're glowing up. since you let them go, is the feeling I get. We got stagnant, stuck, dead end, and frozen. Yeah. Since you left, since you've cut them off, since they don't want this, and since you've done it, their life has basically been stuck and stagnant. And it's not good. It's not good at all. It could be a feminine energy. They want your gentleness, nurturing, you know. They want you to nurture them. They could be worried, stressed out, migraines. Could be a feminine energy. You could be nurturing yourself and they're all stagnant. One of the two, but you blocked them out. Moved on, nothing to say. Stop calling. I don't know why, but I keep fixing up on like a mother figure. Like, I get the intimate card is there. There's no intimacy there, but it's just like about mutual respect and unity, closeness. You know, mother-daughter kind of thing. But it's just, I don't know. It could be your mother. It could be a feminine energy. It could be a best friend that you just said, fuck this, fuck that, fuck everything. And you blocked them out. Whatever the case, I think it was a good decision. I think you're just kind of remunerating on the whole fact that you made the decision. And I don't know. I have a feeling something good is going to happen for you. Regardless. But don't second guess. You know, unless they're willing to show up and be accountable, I wouldn't second guess your decision. If they want to apologize, if they've done some actual work on themselves, then fine. Great. But there's reasons, you know. Rejection is divine protection. Understand that. When you fall out with certain people, it's usually for good reason. And it's nothing necessarily personal, but it's just something about maybe if it's your mother, you're finally left the nest, and she doesn't want you to leave the nest. Maybe she wants you to stay in the nest for your whole life, forever and ever and ever. And you're like, Mom, I need to get a life. But thanks anyway. I love you. It could be a lot of different factors. But either way, ultimately, it is what it is. It's up to you to make those choices with your life. So was that a good $5 holla, Sarah? Were you happy with that? Was that a yes? I'm waiting for your message, Sarah. Alright, good. Alright, everybody, if you want to jump in and get a reading, jump in over to hypesee and order one. The list is open. I've got spots for 20 people. Although you missed the pre-order discount of 15% off, you can still get in and get a reading. The event is still available. I know, Kitty, and I'm very sorry for that. I'm very sorry for that. I wanted to do a one-on-one session with you, and then I wanted to do a one-on-one session with someone else you know, and try to help both of you. And I'm very sorry that things fell through. I was pertaining to my own needs, and I needed to do that, and I needed to claw back a little bit. and I just happened to have to plow back right at the worst timing for that message. However, it is still on the list. I have not forgotten about you, and I will be definitely will definitely partake in that. It's just been delayed. Okay. Still have one in the wind. Yeah, I do believe there's a. I think I may have canceled it. Yes, I did cancel it. But I am unavailable for sessions. I did do a vote earlier. I did a poll and a vote earlier as to the recorded requests or one-on-one sessions, and it was unanimous pretty well with the recorded requests. And then only one showed up, so, and it was like 70% of like 16 to 17 votes, so they showed up to just leave, which was a little odd. And I just wanted people that actually wanted a reading to vote, not everybody, for tonight's broadcast. I was giving you the choice to step up, and you stepped up, and I don't know. Anyhow. Okay. Live stream events. Live now. 3 canceled. What the hell? Oh, those are other lives. Okay. Freak me out. Alright, so I have 6 event services available. I've got the full reading jam-packed. That's a 8 stack pyramid reading. There's a level 2 reading a la carte. So that's, I think, that's a 4 stack. Then we've got the regular Celtic Cross with clarifiers. The level 1 reading a la carte. So that's like it's almost like a $5 howler. And then the live collective Take the Wheel. You can always come in to give me an idea of what you want for the next live. And I usually jump in there, and if I need inspiration for a live as to what to look into, I'll usually go there. So that is free of charge. So if you feel like you want to jump in there and give it a go, Take the Wheel collective. Take the wheel. Holla! Welcome in, everybody. I am open for readings. If you have sent me a donation, now that I've got Sarah out of the loop here on the page, I took care of Sarah. I'm opening it up to members that have brought up to member status, I guess, shall we say. And then I will go with supporters. So if you've supported me, if you threw me a donation earlier tonight in the previous live, welcome in, Renee. You can come forward with a message or a question. So if you've donated tonight at all, you can most definitely come forward, ask a question. Where do I spin the wheel? Kitty Cat, what do you want? Do you want just a regular message, or do you want to, like, what are you looking for? Do you want a one-on-one session, or do you want a, I don't know. there was a live earlier? Yes, there was. I did a collective. It was full of Easter eggs and gems, so it's definitely something to look into. Monday nights are going to be 2 different lives. In-depth one-on-one? Okay, well, in that case, when is my next availability for that? So my next availability is for 1 to 5. 1 to 5 Wednesday p.m. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. From 1 to 5. I'm off Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I'm going to start with that first. I'm unavailable weekends. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday is your best bet. From 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. Because I want to be available for readings otherwise. Recorded readings. I want to be able to space it out. I might postpone from 5 to a later time. I haven't figured it out yet. Unless I get a lot of bites for what I got up now, then I'll see if I can postpone and make it a longer day for Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That might actually bring in a later live. Because they're like, I want at least 30 minutes with you. Because, 15 minutes for you to tell me what you've got going on, and then 15 minutes for me to help you break it apart and dissect it and get it back into organizing. Because sometimes we're down in the dumps and we're looking at some things with a shit perspective. Sometimes we need a new perspective, right? So it gives me a chance to dissect whatever you've got going on. And I'm intuitive about it. So I tap into the alignment with who you are to make my assumption and my assessment. And it works out pretty good. Welcome in, Team hypesee. I can send you personal messages and coupons and more. That's cool. Link in the description. I'm still learning. I can throw you a couple cards. That's totally fine, Maureen. I'm glad you're here. Thank you so much for joining us. Welcome in, Sheila and Maureen and Renee. Kitty Cat and Sarah and Hawthorne. Hey Hawthorne, if you'd like a reading, go on over to hypesee and order one. You missed out on the 15% discount, but you can still get one if you like. That's what I'm on here for. I had 18 votes, 76% or 78% to do an event, and now I've only got one person. 1, 2, or maybe two people. 3 people. I'm just having a quick cigarette. It's not something the chosen walk around saying, or it's something that you pretty well keep to yourself for the most part. And the people that need to see you will see you for who you are. But no, you don't have to wear a sign. You don't have to wear a sign when you are the sign. You are the light as a chosen. The people that are bragging are usually the ones that get face planted. The ones that are not humble, the ones that are, they want to stand in their power, but they take it to a whole new perspective, then you know. The people meant to see you for who you are will see you. All right, so we've got Kitty Cat with a $2. I give you a message. Just got finished with Sarah. Thank you so much, Sarah, for your ongoing support. You beautiful soul. And Roswell, if you're in the chat and you just haven't messaged or said something, let me know. Because if you're in the chat, you can get a message too as well. Who else was in the last live that supported me? I think you might have sent me another $2 over there too, Sarah. I'm not sure, but thank you. It could have been $3. I have court coming up soon with my divorce. I hope the turnout is good. Just stand in your integrity. Stand for justice. Don't get too hot-headed. Be civil. Be cordial in the courtroom, and you should be okay. You got this. Step into your power that morning. Go for a good breakfast and, you know, get up early. Go to sleep and get up early for that. Even if you nap during the day beforehand, you go to bed early or you nap a little bit, you wake up early, that's okay. And then hype yourself up a little bit. Go have a nice shower or a bath, cleanse yourself spiritually, step into your power, call your power back, cut any cords you don't want, and step into it and trust. Throw away the fear, the worry, and the bitterness. It's not going to serve anybody. It's not going to get you justice either. Standing up for what's right and for what you need to stand up for, that is what's going to get you justice. All right? So try to not be bitter about it. Although sometimes they maybe make us want to be bitter, it's not worth it. It's not worth our justice. It's not worth our integrity. It's not worth our own standard of living. Well, if you're dealing with a narcissist, you're like it's like pulling teeth from a shark. Good luck. You're better off waiting for them to fall out. And if you're going to wait for them to fall out, then you'll be waiting a little while. It's unfortunate, but it's true. So it's better off to just move on and move up. And pretty well leave them in your dust. That's the best refuge that you have for your situation. Move up and move on. Show them what they could have had with you, and let them sit with it. It will eventually break them, and that's okay, because they're missing out on the best thing that ever happened to them, and that's their problem, not yours. All right, kitty kitty, can't you see? Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Here, kitty kitty, can't you see? Maybe that song is important. Maybe there's some sort of words to that song that you need to look into, kitty. Just saying. You might want to look it up. I don't even know what the name of it is. You probably know what song I'm talking about. Eight of Acorns. Alright, so things are going to start happening very quickly for you. You need to act on intention. Five of Feathers. It looking like there's some sort of strategy or resistance or resilience or maybe some sort of reconciliation. Somebody got a little hot-headed and maybe they want to retract their statement. Who knows? We'll see. What's the next message? Thank you. We got the Magician. So you've got everything within you to empower yourself through this. Somebody's being rather manipulative, and you don't need to put up with this shit. Six of Feathers. It's looking like you're walking away from it. The Eight of Acorns. Somebody's trying to stop you by reconciling and saying sorry. And trying to give you a fucking load of bullshit. Why? Because you are their manifestation that is walking the fuck away. The Ten of Crystals. And this is literally their worst nightmare. Because it's ruining their stability. Here you were thinking that you were going to be unstable. Here you were thinking that you couldn't walk away because of the instability that you would have. Meanwhile, you're the abundant one. You're the magician. You're the one that's manifesting your best reality. You need to remember that. Because they're trying to get you to stop so that way they can't siphon off of your energy in order to be able to manifest for themselves. Ten of Crystals in reverse. So by you walking away, this is bringing, and you manifesting this walk away, they're trying to stop that, and it's bringing about an instability because of it. What's going on? What's going on for Kitty? Ten of Feathers. Yeah, they're trying to open up old wounds, making you feel worthless so that way you're disempowered to move forward. But you've already emotionally moved forward. You're already looking towards new horizons anyway. Okay, that's on the bottom of the deck. That's something that maybe you haven't committed to communicate yet. You know? It's because you're kind of unsure as to how they're going to take it, or how they're going to try to rebuttal you, or how they're going to try to manipulate you, or try to stop you from moving forward. Yeah, this might be a popo. This might be a popo person that you might need to call the popo. Just to find balance within your experience with removing self. The Ace of Acorns, they're trying to stop this new beginning. They don't want you moving into this new beginning. They're trying to disempower you by open up old wounds. They don't want to transform. They don't want to change. They don't want recovery. You don't want to release. It's like really giving me like an energy vampire. 8 of shells in reverse. Yeah. They don't want to let you go. They can't let you go emotionally. What's the solution for her? What is her solution? What is her solution? The King of Feathers. Okay. The 6 of Acorns. The 4 of Crystals in reverse. Oh, so they were lying about their success when they first got with you. They were lying to you. They were deceiving you. They wanted a 10 of Cups with you, but they really didn't. They couldn't even offer it. They didn't even have it on the table, let alone they put an illusion on the table of it. But if anything, all they wanted you to do is give to them. But they were lying about their success. The King of Feathers in reverse and the 6 of Acorns. They just wanted you to give to them. And by doing that, they basically depleted you of your joy and happiness. You have a new communication of a new direction. You could have a soulmate that you're thinking about. The 8 of Crystals. Somebody sees that you're very good at something. The Ace of Acorns. Okay. So they're wanting to bring about a ending to your success in order to move forward. Dedication, progress. Ace of Corns in reverse. They don't want you having any new beginning. And it's all because they're unstable. You're not allowed to shine better than they are. They're envious. And I'm really kind of picking up, this is a masculine energy that feels that he's like God's gift to woman. Like nothing he can do does any wrong. Meanwhile, he's a dirtbag. Like a right dirtbag pig. Like somebody that does, they've never been in their divine energy even, for that matter. It's been like nothing but karmic bullshit the whole time. Like they play a good play, but it's really not. It's really not. It's nothing but a delusion. Like they put all these illusions on the table and they can't even perform. They can't even live up to their own illusions. That's the sad part about it. They can't even act the part. So they just lie to get by, and it just doesn't pan out. They're good swindlers. They're good at swindling, but they never really took advantage of their own personal ability to stand firm and stand bright and stand beautiful and stand in a position of integrity and quality. It's all half-assed karmic bullshit. And somehow they want to get a medal for that? I'm sorry. I've literally got no compassion. Like, people need to give their heads a shake. Ultimately. And you're welcome. You know, and even to try is one thing. But to just do something and do it half-assed like they don't even care is another. And then they wonder why their life is so fucking chaotic. Please, make it make sense. Let's get a vibe for Kitty. Yeah. Stop not living in the moment. Work on finalizing and transmuting these despicable vibes that you got around you right now. Stand in your power. Take authority of your life. What's the scoop, Spirit? What's the vibe that Kitty needs to know about right now? Okay. Don't throw away your divine energy and your divine calling. You can't get away from this. And because you can't get away from this, you're having a hard time relaxing and having fun. It's part of your journey. It's part of who you are, whether you like it or not. So it's either you step into it or you prolong the step up. There's no reason to be salty about the situation that you're in right now, right? You're not supposed to be nurturing other people. You're supposed to be nurturing yourself. You're supposed to be empowering yourself. So stop getting so distracted. By nurturing everyone else and not yourself, you are depleting yourself. So you need to focus on that. And not give two fucks about who's around you. You need to nurture yourself. Show yourself compassion because you're kicking it with some karmics. There's some sort of third parties and there's haters. People are about to learn a major valuable lesson. Okay? The people around you are about to learn a very valuable lesson. Love affair, dirty little secret, sex fix, down low. Yeah, they're not doing too good. I don't know why, but I think Spirit... I don't want to get you in trouble. I don't want to get them in trouble. I don't want to plant any seeds. But Spirit's saying for some of you that might be listening to this, this is Kitty's reading, but there very well could be a down low little secret, little sex secret of somebody else, and there very well could be a baby involved. Somebody might have gotten pregnant. But this person, whoever you're with, blocked them. They don't want to have anything to do with them, but they don't want to take accountability for what they did either. Because they think that they got it good with you, and meanwhile now you're dispersing. You're working on your way getting out of that. You're no longer stressed out, no longer having migraines or worry, because you know things are going to change, which is good. You're healing, self-care, your introspection, you're meditating, you're empowering yourself. Keep going. You're on the right track. Yep, somebody's resentful, competitive, discontent, envious at the fact that you're winning. The fact that you're empowering yourself. The fact that you're stepping up. And they can't match you. They can't even compare or compete with you. So fuck them, fuck this, fuck that. You ultimately deserve better than what you've been receiving anyway, so continue loving on yourself, continuing to be the best version of you, of who you are. Please, continue moving forward that way. Now, don't take my word for it, but it very well could be just a confirmation to what you already know. I don't want to be the reason for your breakup, but if you find out that he's cheating, it's only a confirmation. You find out for yourself. Yeah, you're not gambling with this anymore, is what it is. You're not gambling with your life anymore. You know, you're not doing the whole strip tease. You're not doing all that bullshit. You're done playing games. Is there anything else for Kitty? The thing is, the good thing is this person blocked whoever you are with. He blocked this other person, so they're no longer speaking to each other. I don't think. She's trying to reach out to him because of this pregnancy. I think she very well could be aborting or could be having the child. I don't know. I think she's indecision right now. She's trying to make a decision. And she wants to make a decision with him. But I think he's blocked her out. So if he's been rather irritated or on edge the last month or so, give or take, because I think this happened within like 2 to 3 weeks ago, 3 or 4 weeks ago, maybe a month ago. I have a feeling they might have been seeing each other for 2 to 3 months. And he was debating on either leaving you or playing both of you, or there very well could have been a polyamorous third party kind of idea coming into the mix. Maybe a fulfillment of a fantasy of some sort. It just kind of fell through. So there very well could have been questions to you as to whether or not, you know, you want to try something different to spice up sex life of some sort, and it just didn't work out. Maybe you turned him down. That's the energy I'm picking up on. So they may have fooled around a bit, and one thing led to another, and yeah. So now he's kicking himself. He doesn't know what to do. Portion of it is the fact that he knows he needs to take responsibility because he knows he fucked up, but it's eating him alive. Again, that's not your problem, but somehow you're dealing with it. Spirit's saying that there's something going on, something to do with family. There's like there's a betrayal, something to do with the family. So like there's also other shit going on besides all this. So that's a lot of that's a lot of shit to have on your plate all at once. So no wonder they're stressed out. But the betrayal with the family goes deep. And I don't think the betrayal with the family is with you specifically. I think it's the betrayal in him. Like his family betrayed him, and I think this is where a lot of his pain and his suffering and bullshit comes from. And why he sits in the karmic energy to begin with. So in one sense, you can't really blame him. You can maybe understand him to a degree. Maybe help him heal. Maybe he might straighten up and fly right. But he needs to be able to be vulnerable with you. If he can't be vulnerable with you, then I don't see this working out. I see him totally, totally caving. It doesn't look too good, to be honest. Just because of everything. Like, if you guys break up, he might go back to this other person, but this other person is going to be to the point where, like, I can understand why she broke up with you. I can understand why she didn't want anything to do with you, because she's going to, I don't think she knows about you, is with the situation. And because she doesn't know about you, and because of the past relationship you've had, it's going to be very eye-opening for her. So 2 to 3 months down the way, when he goes to go back with her, gonna find out, and it's not gonna go well. It's gonna end up alone, is what it is. It's gonna end up with no one. And now, could you picture him ending up with no one? And he pretty well lost everything, and then he's going to be the victim of losing everything, but because he chooses not to heal? It's a rough go. It's definitely a wake-up call. The only one that can help him is him. But ultimately, I think things will turn around for him. They're definitely going to turn around for you. But there's definitely some sort of conflict that you're going to be going through for the foreseeable future. But something tells me you're going to get through it. You just got to stay true and don't get distracted. Focus on your healing. Focus on empowerment. Focus on standing in your power. Calling your power back. Cutting the ties that you want no longer bound to you. So tonight, guys, hit the hypesee link if you want to jump in. There was a 15% discount at pre-order, which was going on for at least 15-20 minutes before the broadcast. And then for like 15 minutes upon the broadcast, so good half hour for the discount. Unfortunately, you're unable to take advantage of that now. However, you can get a reading. So readings are open. This is a Midnight Madness hypesee event. So feel free to either throw a super chat in if you want, super thanks, super sticker, super chat with your questions, super thanks just if you want a message. And again, there was a live earlier, so if you jumped in on that live and you're just now jumping back into this one and you would like to be part of this and you've already donated, please come forward, let me know. If you become a member, members are going to be available for messages tonight too as well. So good things will prevail, everyone. Good things will prevail. Oh, welcome in, Mushroom Forest. Hopefully you're 18 and over. The hypesee link is in the profile. It's in the description box. It's in the link section here on my YouTube. Feel free to lock in and get your reading. That is why I am here. I hope you all had a great Monday. We're moving into Tuesday. The energies at hand collectively. A little bit of a repeat of the last live while we're waiting for people to sign in. Well, I cannot do it without the divine. The divine pretty well tells me what to say. And no, I'm not schizophrenic. Usually schizophrenia, you have to have crazy voices in your head. Mine are pretty intuitive. They're almost spooky. In fact, they are spooky. I'm going to just say that. Some people can't handle it. Some people can. And that's quite alright either way. Am I the only one that takes their words and like folds it up into like little things? Apparently, if you put them in the right bit, you can make a necklace out of them. I make them into like little squares. I've got a couple here already. Schizophrenia is just another fancy word for connected. Now some are well true to the diagnosis, but most are just connected. Yep. The mad scientists need to put a word to it in order to exploit it. Renee's all you're a mess. Breathe through it, Renee. Breathe through it. You got this, girl. Let it flow. Don't try to stop it. Just let it flow. You're actually in the process of releasing it. You're in the process of releasing the pain and the sadness and all the bullshit. So just let it roll. Just roll with it, honey. Let those tears fall. Don't forget, every tear is counted, my dear. Okay? Every tear is counted by the divine. You're working through the process of ascending. It's going to be emotional. That's part of the release. Okay, so just roll with it. Roll with it. And it's okay to ride a little dirty, you know. It's okay to be a little emotional. It's okay to let it all out. It's all good. Yeah, she's not alone. Just breathe through it. Find the compassion, find the forgiveness, find the understanding for yourself and for your peace of mind. Welcome in, Juanita. Okay? Give up the worry and the sadness and the pain to the divine. Just give it to the divine. I don't want to give it to the divine. No. That's where you send it. Because how are you to get your abundance and blessings and prosperity and stability by not giving them anything? You can give it up to the divine and the divine will transmute it for you. It's part of their job. It's part of what makes the divine so special. And in return, I guarantee you, you'll get unconditional love. You'll feel a warm sense of unconditional love come over you. It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. But the whole thing is, Kitty, you got to know where to surrender it. You don't want to surrender it to the darkness, because you surrender it to the darkness, and the darkness gets your soul. You know, you're down bad. So always work it towards the divine light. Always work it towards the good intention of healing and empowerment. Release the rage. That's the difference. The rage doesn't help you anyway. You can turn pain to power, but it's a lot to transmute. Specifically when you're dealing with rage, because there's a lot of people raging right now in Los Angeles with the current protests going on, with the deportation. Is it getting out of hand? Yes, it is. It's getting way out of hand. But each person needs to act accordingly. Which means the people that are out there trying to incite riots need to be held accountable. Right? Because they're standing up for humanity. Humanity's sake. They're not standing up to do riots. Right? And people need to stay focused. And this is why I say the people that are standing up, they need to be more in alignment with working with their communities to create a better situation for everyone. If you are in a particular place, they should give you the option. You know, you might have your credit base or your criminal basics looked into, but if you're not an ill citizen causing problems, you should be able to stay. There should be no issues. There should be options for you, rather than just deportation. They should get rid of the problem, yes, 100%. Get rid of the people that want to create chaos and go around with guns and be stupid. Yeah, get rid of them. Either put them in jail or deport them back to their own country. Granted, 100%, I believe in it, but the people that are actually wanting a new life for themselves, they should have options. Like mothers and families and children and all that being displaced, I don't agree with it. I don't agree with it at all. You know, and that's the thing. Most people migrate to another country to get a better life. They're not going to another country to bring chaos and wreak havoc. The ones that bring chaos and wreak havoc, they don't have a right. And this is why we need a better security at our borders. Right? So, to some degree, I'm for the certain security measures that have been put out, but I think they're losing focus. They're being distracted. They're painting people with the same brush to some degree, and it's not good. We have bad and good in every bunch. And I think the different SWATs, they need to be a little bit more methodical as to how they go about, and a little bit more strategic as to how they go about their escapades. Right? Well, the criminals need to be held accountable, right? It's not even about getting the criminals out of here. It's about holding them accountable. Whatever government decides to do that, whether they go back home or they stay here, is irrelative. But they need to be held accountable for wreaking havoc and chaos in the world, ultimately. And this doesn't necessarily reside within America. This could reside within Canada. This could reside within Europe or the UK or Australia or New Zealand or, you know, China or wherever else. And even if they are here illegally, they should still have an option of refuge, because clearly they're trying to get here in the quickest way possible. Some of them don't have time to wait for their visa to clear. right? So there was a bit of an emergency for some, and that's why they've traveled, hoping that they can be somehow grandfathered in somewhere, or find a spot to be, and find purpose. But it's these types of situations that need to be looked at a little bit more with a magnifying glass to find out what the particular people are intending. And it shouldn't be necessarily put in a position where, you know, they tried to hide themselves. Maybe they were scared. Maybe they've been in fight or flight their whole life. Maybe they finally got somewhere safe, and then now they're just trying to live happily. And, you know, there's different situations. And I think all of it needs to be looked at. And there should be some sort of compassion shown within it. But ultimately, one should not have to flee their own country in order to feel safe. So this is like humanity with intention, right? So if there's a homeland that is in shambles and in chaos, and they're leaving the chaos in order to go to somewhere, there's certain avenues you take, and these avenues are all jammed up at the moment. So they're needing to do the next best thing. And this is what's creating the big, huge situation. But if they actually felt safe in their own country, they wouldn't have the need to leave. So this is why I'm calling on humanity to put down the guns, to put down the hostility, to put down the chaos. Because we can bring back the earth to its peaceful aspect once again, but we all have to work together. It's totally wild and mind-blowing how resourceful people can be if they step into their power and if they step into what is actually meant for them. It's wild. Absolutely, unbelievably wild. The world should not be seeing the shambles as it does right now in 2025. A lot of the world should be ashamed of itself the way that it's turned out to be. Should be ashamed. But yet here we are. Welcome in, Michael. So this is a hypesee event if you're just jumping in. I give a couple more minutes for people to sign in to get a reading. I've got a bunch of different ones offered. There's 6 services, but there's 5 readings available. You missed out on a 15% discount. However, the readings are still available to take advantage of. So feel free to jump on that and get yourself on the list. If you got a super chat, super sticker, super thanks, or whatever else that you'd like to throw out there, it'll get my attention, of any denomination. A lot of people think that when it's really, really hot out, go take a lukewarm bath. It tends to bring your body temperature up, which will eventually, it'll feel cooler when you get out of the tub, rather than getting a cold shower and cooling down your body and then getting out into the heat. Because then the heat is going to be that much hotter. So if you take a little bit of a hotter shower than what it might be outside, chances are you might feel a little cooler after. Now, the people that are protesting, they have every right to protest. They have every right to say something. And I think they might be going about it the wrong way. Like I said, we need to get some sort of work together community-wise to bring about balance with this. Like, if you're caught for doing crimes, yeah, bye. Bye. No mercy. Specifically if you don't live there, or here, or wherever else. If you got crimes, yeah, you need to be dealt with. But the people that are just trying to be civil and be peaceful, that's a different story. I have bread, you have meat, we have a sandwich. Hey, it's better to go through life laughing than crying. But each to their own. Have you ever gotten so cynical and so emotional that you just start laughing at everything instead of crying because you're done crying? You just can't cry anymore, and then you just start laughing. That's when you know you've pretty well lost it. You need to start finding yourself again. Welcome in, Athena. So if anybody's got a super chat with a question of any denomination, you can go ahead. I'm going to get in on the members next. So members, if you want a message, you can throw a heart in the chat. I am paying attention. Members are the ones with the stars beside their name. So we will start with you. I put it out there that you can go get a reading at hypesee right now. It's cheaper with a membership on YouTube, to go with a membership on YouTube. hypesee is a little bit more a la carte, so it's a little bit more expensive. Yeah, so it's cheaper to become a member. You get messages pretty well any time. Usually it's the collective messages I tap into. So I tap into my members. I tap into my supporters when I do my collective. So they pretty well come here to grab their messages, and they take what resonates with them through my messages and run with it, I guess. Thank you there, kitty kitty. Kitty cat. Your son is the question. Okay. I'm really kind of feeling like a one-on-one with him. Just to kind of get to the base of the issue of where his head is at. Because then I can help him better. Right? I can help him figure shit out. And no judgment. No judgment. Doesn't matter what it is. It's no judgment. Have you spoken to him about what I've said at all? Does he vibe with anything I've said? Okay, so vibe in and maybe connect with me Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I think. And what would be good for him? He said, no, that's not it. Well, that's where we can kind of dive in, get to the nitty gritty of it. I already have something coming in from Spirit, but I don't necessarily want to put it out due to client-patient confidentiality. But yeah, I will keep a note of it, and I will be available Wednesday. Later in the day is probably better than earlier. I'm hoping to be in a better sleeping schedule by then. It's very Instagram. Well, it would be through hypesee, I do believe. I did cancel that other unit. So I didn't receive any payment to that. No, I canceled it. So I didn't receive any money from that. It should be applied back in your account between 3 to 5, maybe 7 business days. and I canceled it, I think, 3 or 4 days ago, so you should see it soon. The hypesee, the thing in hypesee, yeah. Yeah. So it will be applied back in your account, probably within the next couple days. It takes about 3 to 5 business days for it to cancel through and be given back. That's fine. Not a big deal. It's just, it wasn't like, it was just bad timing. And it was like, I definitely wanted to be present. And I wanted to be present in a way that was beneficial for you and your son. And I wanted to be in the right energy. And this is the whole purpose of my move. This has been the whole purpose of me stepping into this new role. And I'm just kind of working through the kinks of it all. And yeah. Well, e-transfer works too, yeah, but, you know, like, there's a platform on which I can do that where it will provide me with that paywall, and it will provide that service. I would sooner like to use that because it will keep track of everything, and it will basically bill you the way that it should be built, rather than, you know, if we go over, there might be another, you know, payment where all the payment is done in one shot. Very, keeping it simple. I don't tend to do email transfers unless, like, for like close individuals. Like, I usually use the email transfers for family members or friends, that kind of thing. So that way I can keep it separated. Like, clients and tribe is usually um, through hypesee and through YouTube. So it keeps it separated. And like, the PayPal is strictly donations for anybody that doesn't want YouTube, hypesee, or whatever else. The option is PayPal. That's my last option, but it's strictly for donations only. So I don't tend to like to pay for readings through PayPal. I would sooner it go through hypesee or a membership on YouTube. And the thing is, with the memberships, you can get it for 1 month, you can get it for 6 months, you can get it for a year, you can get it for however many months that you want it. And either way, it's all support, and it's very much appreciated. They keep it separated. Wah, 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 wah. PayPal has its pluses and its negatives, yeah. But I don't mind PayPal. PayPal has been very good to me, despite the chaos. They've been very good to me, so I'm not necessarily having any issues. hypesee has been wonderful, all the way through. Very supportive. So if you are a reader and you want another platform in which to work with, hypesee is another place that's rather good. It gives you a platform in order to do that one-on-one or the recorded readings, and be able to send messages to your tribe or to your subscribers, which is amazing, which YouTube doesn't have. So hypesee is kind of a bit going above and beyond, which is kind of cool. I kind of like it. I like it a lot, actually. It's been good. All right, members. If there's a message that you would like to know about, I'm going to do them off camera because I'm sitting over here on the bed. And I figure I can do a reading, but I will leave the hypesee event open just in case somebody wants to jump in. But please know that you're going to have to let me know in the chat if it should refresh. But I will refresh from time to time to make sure that I catch you. So if you want to head over to the hypesee link and order a reading, there's 5 available for you. And again, if you've supported me earlier and you'd like a message, you can come forward. I'm going to be working in with the members now. Moving into the members section of it. So if you are a member with a star, you can throw your heart in the chat for a message. Michael Osborne. I was wondering, are you related to Ozzy? Just curious. Welcome in, Matt. I hope you're having a good day. I'm so happy you brought cookies. That's what it looks like anyway. We just ran out. You're reading my mind. Michael, you're a member. Of course it's possible. You can reach out to me anytime in the DMs as a member, right? So, Zura, welcome in. I'm loving that name. It's beautiful. All right, can we get a animal familiar message for Michael, please? All right, so you need to love yourself, Michael. We got the deer, the card of love. Okay. It says here, be gentle with yourself. You heal with the power. See the light in all things. Acknowledge your self-worth and grace. Love yourself. Stop being so hard on yourself. Let the evil go. Stop allowing other people to talk shit about you too. Like, you don't have to really retaliate, but don't listen to it. You don't have to bring it in. Don't acknowledge it. Don't even give it. Don't entertain it. It's not worth it. It's not even worth getting involved with. People want to misunderstand you. That's not your problem. Take action. Take drive. Is on the bottom of the deck. What do we got for Michael? 9 of Feathers reversed. You're coming out of a dark night of the soul. So yeah, you need to love yourself. You need to show yourself compassion. Okay? You're having a hard time self-empowering yourself and to perceive things in a new light. And you really need to do that. Okay? A lot of things, it's not to change, it's not to say to change the way you feel, that it would change what's going on. But it's just maybe change the perspective. Don't be so doom and gloom about it. Maybe there's something you can learn from a situation that you didn't realize. Maybe you're getting more clarity with the situation. What's going on with Michael? This is about nurturing yourself, finding comfort, finding prosperity, finding wish fulfillment and utopia, blessings, well-being. This is what you're moving into, Michael. You just need to continue moving forward. Being focused. You're not tuning into your intuition, though. You kind of you're tending to block it out, which is creating a tower for you. You're not listening. You're very stubborn. But you will find comfort in community. You will find security. You will find release. You're moving through it right now. But it seems to be unstable. You don't feel that you have the endurance and the determination to keep going. And this is why you're not taking action. You don't feel like you're ready for it yet. It'll come in time. You'll get to the point where you'll be like, okay, I'm way better than this. And you'll make the choice. You'll make the choice, you'll make the moves, you'll do what you need to do. You'll set yourself up a nice game plan, and you'll execute it very well because you'll have purpose behind it. You'll have intention behind it to bring peace of mind to your heart and your soul. Okay? It's a process. And the only process it requires is you. What's going on? We got the 10 of acorns. You're putting an end to something. You're taking responsibility for you. You're dedicating your next season to your glow up. 3 of feathers. So by you walking away and you ending and you taking responsibility and you feeling dedicated in a certain direction, you're releasing betrayal. You're releasing some sort of a manipulation. Just let it all go, because what you let go of, the divine has got so much better for you. Okay? What might have been displaced, what might have been stolen, what might have been taken, can be given back in a miracle. Miracles are endless, and there's endless possibilities. So continue moving forward, regardless. Okay? Find stability anyway. 4 of crystals, and hold your cards to your chest. Stop telling everybody everything that you got going on. They don't deserve to know. Okay? And because of this betrayal, and because there's people betraying you, and because you know that there are people betraying you, because you know who these people are, you need to have your cards close to your chest around these people. Okay? Yes, very much distractive, and you've been kind of self-sabotaging this whole ending. You're questioning it. And something tells me you're not really working on a plan, on an exit plan. That's what you need to be working on. What is your backup plan to get out of where you are, to find peace of mind? Where is your happy place going to be? You know, where is your next destination for the moment to find your peace of mind? 8 of feathers. So you're coming out of a time of trappedness. So this is, I think, what you're doing. You're recognizing that you're sabotaging it, and you're not really kind of thinking things through. You need to take a step back, think things through, make a plan, and execute it. You can't execute anything that you don't know what to aim at. You need to know what you're aiming at first. So what are you aiming at? In order to shoot something, you need to have something to aim at. Right? So what are you aiming at? Where are you aiming? And is it a solid enough place for you to aim at where it's going to be, we'll put it into a hunting position here. Is it a good enough piece of meat in order to stick on the hook? Or does it need a couple more years? You know what I'm saying? You know, do you need to learn something about it? Do you need to, you know, are you ready for this next season? Are you ready to make this decision? Right? So 7 of crystals in reverse, like it's almost like you're sort of planting in the wrong direction. You're planting in the wrong season and you're going to come up dead seeds. Maybe that's just insecurity that you're feeling, but you're moving forward. You need to have faith. You need to know that the divine is with you, that everything is going to work out in the end, that everything has worked out despite the situation. You've still got a 100% track record for winning every day and getting through to the next day up until this point. So you're clearly winning at something, right? You're winning at life to the point where you're still surviving all the bullshit. So it's the choice of taking a decision, making a decision, and stepping into something better. And you know what? So what? You lost out on a house. So what? You lost out on an inheritance. This doesn't mean that you can't go out and get your own money. This doesn't mean that you can't go out and be prosperous and get more money than what you would have had in the inheritance. Right? So that's up to you and your choice and the perspective on how you look at it. You can still go out and get everything they said that you couldn't have, and they're going to be sitting there, jaws dropped, and you're going to be like, yeah, the divine walks with me. You could have, you can take all you want, but it just shows you you're a grubby ass fucking stingy ass bitch or bastard, you know? And that's what you look like. So, not to say you, but these people that are stealing from you, right? So they're going to show their face. They're going to show their hand. They're going to show their cards. They're going to show who they are. And so just act accordingly. You don't have to have them in your life if they're going to just betray you. You can move forward in a different direction and just go get everything that they said you couldn't have and fuck them. Fuck them, fuck this, fuck that, and move on. Is there anything else for Michael? King of Feathers. Stand in your truth. Stand for logic. Stand for justice. And move in a new direction with the traveler, with the fool. Use your intuition. Tap into your healing. Tap into your empowerment. Tap into your inner strength. Tap into your inner voice. And move with that. Make it a beautiful experience. Don't make it into something hostile. Don't make it into something chaotic. Be beautiful with your intention moving forward. And I guarantee you, the miracles that will ensue into your life will be mind-blowing, providing you work forward with good intention. Is there anything else for Michael? Yeah, right now you don't need a love. So if somebody's trying to come in and love you, don't. Friendships, sure, but be celibate for the next year. Get to know who you are again. Get to know your loves, your likes, your wants. Get to know yourself through your own pleasure, through your own experiences, and really kind of get back into loving you for who you are in your own skin. Okay, because that's going to bring you to a new higher frequency and higher perspective in order to align you with a better relationship. So take this year out maybe for a break and focus on yourself. Focus on pouring back into you. You can't. That's the whole point, Michael. If you're questioning the trust that you have for particular individuals, then chances are you can't trust them. If you're questioning it and your intuition is questioning it and you're not listening, then yeah, you're playing with fire. If you want to play with fire, you have to know how to play with fire. Otherwise, what happens? You get burned. And then you're back in the same position over and over and over and over again. Like maybe focus on getting yourself a roommate rather than a live-in relationship, and going from live-in relationship to live-in relationship. Instead, get a roommate. Sex is off the table. You know? Because some people are going through different ruts. Right? So this is your journey. And this is the whole thing. Everybody thinks, oh, read books, read the book, read the book, read the book. No, you're not going to find that in the book. You're going to find it within your own understanding, within your own experience. You know how you feel. You know how it made you feel. If you don't know how it made you feel, you need to look into it. You need to find out where you stand. And this goes for anybody. You need to go know where you stand within your heart space, within your soul, within your intentions. If you can't, if you don't know, then you need to find out. The only way is through. You can't love yourself. You can't love anyone else if you don't love yourself. If you don't show up for yourself, if you don't feel yourself worthy, then yeah, you're going to get into these karmic relationships. People are going to walk all over you. They're going to treat you like shit. They're going to treat you like, yeah, no. If you walk through it with standards, you're not just going to let people in your life all the time. You're not going to just accept. You're not just going to settle with what they are offering. Right? Because your frequency is better than that. You're literally diminishing yourself for their lower frequency. And it's not to say that you're better or worse or they're better or worse. It's the intentions behind it. They're clearly in their karmic energy. They're just at it for the physical release. They're not at it for the spiritual thing. They're not at it for the deeper connection. They're just at it for a wham bam thank you ma'am. And it's been done. It's been done before. And it's very depleting of not only your own energy, your own sacred energy, but your overall intention on what you want to share your energy with. So it's not only depleting you, you're sharing it with the wrong energy, which is rather karmic. So by not choosing you, by not choosing yourself, and you're choosing these karmic individuals, you're actually bringing yourself lower into that karmic energy, back into the drama of it all. And by choosing that, that is making you have that choice, right? Whatever the temptation is, whatever the distraction is, you end up having that choice. You make that choice, or you allow that choice to be had because of that's what you're settling with. When you rise above that, you're no longer settling for that. You're going to denounce that. You're going to banish that. You're not going to have that in your life anymore. And this is you having to make that choice for yourself. Welcome in, Raider. All right, so is there any other members available that would like a message? If you want to throw your heart in the chat, you got a star beside your name, and you want to throw your heart in the chat. I'm happy for you, Michael. Step into it, dude. You got this. Step into your sacred energy. Pour into yourself. Pour into your manifestations. Pour into your visualizations. Pour into your abundance. Bring yourself to the energy and the frequency of what it would feel like to have everything and anything you totally totally compensated, how would it feel? How would it feel to be totally compensated for all the pain and the suffering and the sorrow and the anger and all the bullshit that you had to deal with all your life? How would it feel to be compensated for that? What would that feel like to you? And go there. Be in that energy. Be in that frequency. Be in that imagination. Be in that visualization. Make it what you need it to be. But make it just to be about yourself, nobody else. Don't have anybody included, because when you're having somebody else included, you're messing with other people's free will. If you need other people to make you happy, then you're doing it wrong. It's nice to have people around, it's nice to have friends, it's nice to have tribe, it's nice to have, but you still have to stand in your own. Within your own manifestation. Within your own stability. Visualize what that might look like. Feel the energy of what it would feel like to be in that moment. And hold on to that feeling that you get. Feel it and describe it into a sentence or a paragraph or whatever that might be specific as possible into that, what that might look like, and put it on paper. Okay, and whatever you have written, whatever you finished on that paper, whatever you come to the conclusion of, make a trigger word for that particular visualization or manifestation. Make a trigger word. And every day you wake up, say the trigger word, visualize it, feel it, be in it, and wake up into that energy when you open your eyes in the morning. Take a visualization of that manifestation into you and create that frequency within yourself when you awaken. Try to hold as long as you can of that frequency throughout the day. Anything that distracts you outside of that isn't for you. And these are the people you might need to cut out of your life. These are the people that you might want to remove. Now this is about holding yourself accountable, stepping into your authenticity. This is about, stepping up and being useful, being a part of the community. Although you may be in maybe a solitude moment of respite, there's also time and community and communication and, being a part of something. So you can still show up to your housemates, but be reserved in how you show up to your housemates. Do what you need to do to help the community of the housemates, but do what you can to be aware of your own space and your own energy as well. Using pets as a crutch is not a way to go because it creates issues. Putting all your love into your pets, it can become a very weird situation. Because when you turn around and you love your pets more than the people around you, it creates a stagnance, it creates a disconnection to where you only trust your pets over people. But you have to choose the people that you're kicking it with too. You have to be very choosy and intentional on who you have in your energy. Otherwise, yes, the people that you have in your energy, you might not be able to trust them. Right? And this message is for Kitty with the particular situation that you're dealing with. Trying to be cryptic. By you showing as an example that it seems though you show more love to your animals maybe, and I have a feeling that he might feel slightly neglected. And Spirit's saying it's something along the lines of you favoring the animals over your son. And I'm not trying to call you out on anything, but Spirit's getting me to say this, bringing this in. But you guys have both dealt with the big same old fucking snowball. You feel more peace and respite and value with animals than you do people. And it's like the apple doesn't fall far from the tree, but it tends to morph into its own existence when it plants in the earth and finds root. It sort of becomes and emulates, but it becomes more so because it's the offspring. So kind of a monkey see, monkey do kind of situation, but maybe not entirely. Maybe it's a misconstrue of perspective or understanding. Maybe it's the idea that maybe you can find compassion and trust and love in a human being, and it's very far-fetched, it's very slim pickings for the mix, or it very well could be a resolution, or somebody resolving, or there's some sort of resolution, I feel, or reconciliation due to some sort of pain or sadness or hurt, past betrayal, past misunderstanding, maybe between you and your son. Maybe it hasn't been looked at. I'm kind of picking up on. There could still be past resentment that has created this snowball. It might not even be related to you. It could be family related. Like your outer skirts family, like your aunts, your uncles, your mom, your dad, you know. It could be a lot of different factors. I'm not calling them out on that. But there are other factors where that could be a possibility. Hey, Robel. Welcome in, Matt. I hope you're doing well tonight, sir. Did you go and order another one for Wednesday or Thursday or whenever you said? Because I think you can... I think you can schedule within the time that I have available. Alright, so I'm going to be having this for 2 minutes, 2 more minutes. So if you want to jump in and order up one of the 5 events I have available, they are still available. I'm going to give you 2 minutes to 2:15 a.m. to go ahead and do that. And then I'm going to end the event on hypesee. If there are any people in my members section that would like a message with a star beside your name and you would like a message, you can come forward and throw a heart in the chat. So that way I can see that you got a message or a question. If you've already gotten your message tonight, I hope that it brings you clarity. And I thank you for your support. So if you're a member, you got a star beside your name, you're welcome to put a heart in the chat. Or you can write out a question if you have it. And again, Katie, when it comes back to that, they just need to love themselves. They need to find the clarity and the self-empowerment within themselves. And maybe find some sort of trust in humanity again. Because I'm getting very much a recluse, very much a hermit, very much of someone that's been even betrayed by friends. So they don't much trust humans anymore. So they need to get out of this hermit mode and get back into the possibilities of them finding a friend even. But part of that is going to take them to work on themselves to become a better version of themselves. Right? And then just be very choosy as to who he picks as his friends, rather than just taking on anyone. Right? If there's red flags, listen to them. Listen to his inner voice. And that's why people basically snowball him. That's why people turn around and do that. Because he does have a beautiful soul. But it's because of his light that keeps him from his full potential, because people are too blinded by his light. They're too uncomfortable because of his light. Okay, the live stream has ended. Thank you so much for those of you who have put forward support regarding that. Gratefully appreciated. Please know that I am available Wednesday, Thursday, Friday from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. If you feel that you want to get a one-on-one session with me, you can do so. All right, to my subscribers, I'm only going to pick maybe 2, maybe 3 out of the bunch of you. So those of you that would like a message, and these are freebies to my subscribers. I don't do this very often, If you'd like a message, you can go ahead and put a heart in the chat. You can either put a heart with your question, or you can put a heart in the chat for a general message. I'm going to pick to who I'm drawn to. Thing is, you can't paint everybody with the same brush. Everybody's got their own journey. Everybody's got their own experience. Hey there, Marine. You having it out and you're scraying? Heading to bed? So it's a moment of freebies. If you have a message, or if you want a message and you have a question, you can throw it in the chat with a heart. For my subscribers that are watching. Last call for alcohol. And again, if anybody's supported me earlier and you want to come forward for a message, you can do so. I don't see, it's a question mark in a box, Sarah. I'm not too sure. Is it supposed to be a question mark in a box? Or is it supposed to be something else? It's a heart. That's weird. That's weird. Maybe it's an emoji I haven't downloaded yet. Let's see, is there any other messages for Sarah? I don't like pink hearts. I don't think I blocked them, but I don't know why it went like that. Weird. Anyway, is there any other message for Sarah? Is there anything else you need to know about? Okay, so we have two that flipped out. Alright, so we have the Ace of Acorns in reverse, and we have the Queen of Shells in reverse. And we have the Four of Feathers. And it was, the Four of Feathers came out first, but it came out face down. So there could very well be a Queen of Shells involved with this. It could be a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio that is not going to be able to move forward. Their whole idea, maybe that to come against you or some sort of something, it's not going to work out. It's either that, or if you do not nurture yourself, your whole idea is going to fall apart. Take it how you want. Take it to what it needs to be. But you need to find sanctuary and rest. That should be your utmost priority, and it should be hidden. You should not be telling everybody where you are. Okay, it should be a sanctuary of peace and rest and empowerment for you. Okay, the Queen of Feathers. So there's someone being deceitful. Maybe you're lying to yourself. I don't think that's the case, but you could be lying to yourself. Transformation, yeah, because you're going through the awakening. You're wondering whether or not you're going through an awakening or not, and you are. Stop questioning it. Just roll with it. Knight of Crystals. Things are rather unstable. Throughout this transition. What else is going on for Sarah? We got the Queen of Crystals. So nurture your stability, nurture your foundations. Make sure you're prosperous and comfortable. If you're not, you need to change it up to make it happen. That should be of your utmost priorities, and finding rest as well. The Ace of Shells, you probably could be going through some heartbreak. You could be going through releasing an ex. You could be going through a lot of different things, but you could be feeling heartbroken, sadness. The Page of Crystals, but you need to be open to new ideas, new possibilities, new steps forward on grounded ground, solid ground. You need to have the discipline to move forward despite it all, because you are moving into an ascension. So things are happening for you, not to you. Okay? You are moving up. The wheel is in your favor. The Wheel of Fortune's on the bottom of the deck. And we got the Star. Please have hope. The Two of Crystals. You've also, you're having a hard time balancing things out, which is regular for your particular situation you're dealing with. But you're distracted. Okay? You're distracted. You need to have hope. You need to focus on the balance, focus on the stability, focus on prosperity, focus on getting yourself in your power, focus on you standing in your power. We've got the Emperor, the Page of Feathers. It's about discovering new, exploring new, and exploring this whole idea of being a leader, right? And leading by example. Somebody's trying to get you out of character, though. What's your cap card? What's your cap card? The Three of Acorns. Yeah, you're hating on yourself. You gotta stop doing that. Feeling you're not worthy? Thinking you don't have the right intentions, or you're overthinking your intentions? There could be collaborations coming in trying to get you to be distracted or miss out on what you're trying to do. So focus on yourself. Focus on your own wave. Focus on your own surfboard. Don't focus on everybody else surfing. Fuck them. Focus on the wave. Focus on the timing of getting at that wave. Focus on the timing of getting up on that board and riding that wave. You're not going to do that watching all the other surfers. You're going to just sit there and get burnt on your board, swaying around in the water, making the sharks all frenzy. So focus on yourself, or you're going to miss out on your way out. Wherever you're going, whatever you're doing, you're going to miss your way out. But you need to have hope. in order to balance out. Otherwise, you're going to miss out on what's meant for you. And that doesn't happen very often, but it's going to take you cutting out this bitterness, stepping into your nurturing aspect of yourself, focusing on your foundations, and stepping into this new sanctuary, new restful place to where you can actually regulate your emotions. Hey, there's 728. Go ahead. You can't heal in a toxic situation. It makes it nearly impossible. You have to be constantly transmuting the fucking bullshit. It's not easy. So you're better off moving to a place of peace in order to regulate. What's going on, Elise? And please come at me with a legitimate question. All right, 728. If you're not got a question for me, then I'm going to end out this live. Considering I ended the the hypesee event and I got no hearts in the chat for messages, so... And even if you're halfway through your question, typing it out, you can send it. I'll know that it's not finished, and then you can continue. Just put a ... And then that'll at least let me know to hold on for a minute. I'm happy for you, Sarah. Stand in your power, my dear. You got places to shine. That goes the same for Kitty as well, and anybody else that's watching. We got a major starseed reading tonight that just uploaded there. So if it's not available, it was an earlier live, celestial or cosmic messages and channelings. That one was filled with Easter eggs of information. You might want to check it out. If it hasn't loaded up, be patient. It will be up in the live section on my YouTube if it's not already. At least it should be. Let's take a look. Stay focused, Aiden. Stay focused. So yeah, 905 angel number and the cosmic channelings. Doesn't look like it's uploaded yet, so just be patient. It's only got 421 views according, but that's quite alright. One step, one day, one moment at a time, Sarah. That's nothing less, nothing more. Doesn't have to be complicated, just keep it simple. On that note, my friends, I wish you a beautiful evening. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you had a beautiful evening, and I hope you got a lot from my messages. Please be good to yourself so that way you can be good to others. Otherwise, be good at it. And I'll catch you in the next one.